This is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR. Pierre Governor Baseball is brought to you by Bank West, B&B Equipment, the Association of South Dakota Weed and Pest, and Fisher Rounds and Associates.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
And by Sioux Nation, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Overhead Door Company, Service Master, and All Around Graphics.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Here, Governor Baseball is also brought to you by Nystrom Electric, Wagner Auto, Agtegra, AirTech, Pierre Sports Center, Comtech, and Rising Hope Counseling.
3-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Iverson going over for it. Dive, makes the catch. Iverson saves at least 2 runs, and we remain scoreless through 3.5.
And by Avera, Dakota Sprinkler, Birding Electric, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Gales Gas, First Dakota National Bank, and Lamb Motor.
We'll take off for a second. Dean out towards right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Your Governor Baseball is also brought to you by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Olson Plumbing, Todd's Electric, Kruger Contracting, Midwest Cooperative, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, and Shane's Pharmacy. And now let's go to the booth for the call of today's game with KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
The snow has subsided and the sun has come out as we welcome you here to Clock Field in Huron as the Pierre Governors. They take on the Huron Tigers in this doubleheader this chilly Tuesday evening. But we are here for some baseball, and we are here for hopefully what will be a Pierre Governor doubleheader sweep as they, after the split on Harrisburg on Saturday, they look from the 6th place spots up to 3rd place in the Class A standings, and a doubleheader sweep will keep them in that 3rd spot. A loss to the Huron Tigers tonight in any of the 2 games would mean that they would drop in the standings going into the middle part of this week. It's the lone weekday road game of the season for the Pierre Governors here as they take on this Huron Tiger team who's coming in off a loss on Sunday to the Mitchell Colonels. They lost 15-10, filled the scoreboard with those 10 runs. And for the Governors, and for both teams really, this is going to be have to have a good start because this is going to be the warmest part of the night that it is. So if you don't get off to a good start, it's only going to get colder from here on out, and things will get much harder to have a better as you get better as the night moves on. So both teams are looking for a good start and looking for some good starting pitching. First with Jackson Edmond for the Pierre Governors. He will get the start in game number 1. It'll be Johnny Hernandez, the starter for Huron Tigers, in game number 1 as well. Not going to be a whole lot of fans outside. They're all going to be staying warm in their cars tonight. It's going to be a chilly one. We'll have game time temps and all that fun of a mid-April matchup here on a Tuesday evening. Somehow the weather keeps getting worse as the year goes on for us. Every single game, the temperature keeps dropping a little bit from game 1 all the way now here to what will be game 9 and game 10 of the season. The Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers, they will be coming up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our home. Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With office...
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here to Huron, as we are getting set for the first game of a doubleheader as the Pierre Governors, they take on the Huron Tigers. As it is a doubleheader matchup, 5 o'clock we'll have a first pitch of this doubleheader as the Govs taking on the Tigers. It's going to be a chilly night as we would try and check the temperature now. Thankfully in a press box where things are a little bit warmer in here, but it is 37 degrees right now in Huron. Snow showers, flurries have been falling throughout the first part of guys getting ready. It has stopped before we got on air, but thankfully we should be back and we should have some. Well, we hope to have some clear skies for the matchup here tonight, but we do see that there might be some flurries starting in here shortly. So we'll keep an eye on the weather, also keep an eye on how starting pitching might go, because it's going to be being a cold night. It's going to make things much tougher for these starting pitchers and for these hitters as well. So it's going to be imperative to stay loose and to stay warm throughout this entire night, because they have to stay warm. Otherwise, it could be a long night for both these teams, or for at least one of these teams, if one does and one doesn't. Governors are coming in at 6-2 on the season after a split of a doubleheader with the Harrisburg Tigers on Saturday. Again, moved from 6th place up to 3rd place with that doubleheader split between those two teams. So the Govs have split the last 2 doubleheaders, and they're looking for a sweep here against the Huron Tigers this evening here at Clock Field in Huron. We'll step aside for another 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA. At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about home care services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home care services, 224-2273.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we are welcoming you back here to Clock Field in Huron, as we getting set for a doubleheader between the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. As again, we'll go through the starting lineups here in just a little bit as the Govs and Tigers are battling for in this doubleheader on this weekday game here on this Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. The sun is out, the snow has stopped for now at least, but still be in the mid-30s for game time temperature, and the low temperature tonight around the mid-20s. So it's going to be it's going to be a tough game here for both these teams, as they're going to have to make sure that they stay warm throughout the evening. Starting lineups first for the Pierre Governors. Lincoln Keenels will lead things off. He's playing shortstop. McGuire Rasky will be in center field batting second. Andy Gordon will bat third and play third base. It'll be then Aaron Booth, the designated hitter, batting fourth. Bennett Dean will play first base and will be batting fifth. Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, batting sixth. It will be also Spencer Lettler, the left fielder, batting seventh. Jackson Edmond, the pitcher, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger will bat ninth as he is out in right field. Deegan Huska is the catcher here in this game, as he will be being the pinch hitter will be, or the DH will be Aaron Booth for Deegan Huska. For the Huron Tigers, their lineup will be Colby Hott, the shortstop, leading off. Johnny Hernandez, the pitcher, will bat second. Tegan Fitzer, the second baseman, batting third. Mason Davis, the DH, will bat fourth. Elliot DeVries will bat fifth and play third base. Max Kranzler, the right fielder, batting sixth. It will be then Hayden Grace, the first baseman, Peyton Grace, the first baseman, batting seventh. Hayden Kane, the left fielder, batting eighth. And then it will be Sammons, the center fielder, batting ninth for the Huron Tigers. We're getting close to first pitch. We'll step aside one more time. Back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Need. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre. Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online.
All right, we are back here at the Clock Field as we, again, getting set for first pitch. We apologize for technical difficulties, trying to work through that here as we get set for this doubleheader. And again, we'll step aside, come back, we'll have first pitch for you. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball, today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Land Motor in Oneida, and online, landmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscape backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
The Association of South Dakota County Weed and Pest Boards reminds all landowners and managers to look for and control noxious weeds this spring and summer. The receding water levels have provided new areas for noxious weeds to establish. Infestations that are found and treated early reduce the cost of control. For help identifying and controlling noxious weeds, call your county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture. Remember, good neighbors control noxious weeds.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you. To fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted
it's
for
no
generations.
Secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here to Clock Field in Huron, as we are getting set for first pitch, we can go through those starting lineups here momentarily, but first we'll have to step aside here shortly again as we are getting set for first pitch between the Huron Tigers and the Pierre Governors. For the Governors, they will have Jackson Edmond on the mound as Edmond's coming in after throwing just a third of an inning. He's appeared in 2 games, but has only got a third of an inning so far. He's allowed 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeouts, and has hit a man as well. So will quickly lower that ERA that is up there right now by just getting a couple of guys out going into this matchup against the Huron Tigers. Johnny Hernandez will be the man on the mound for the Tigers. As we look at his stats, he has thrown 10 1/3 innings so far, 2 wins for him. He's 2-0. His ERA 2.032 looks like he's the ace along with Mason Davis. Those are the 2 guys that are going to be the top guys for the Huron Tigers as they take the mound. We'll step aside for a minute, come back with the first pitch. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Spring is finally here, and it's time to be on the lookout for one of South Dakota's most serious noxious weeds. This invader of roadside trees, pastures, and range is leafy spurge. This noxious weed infests over 300,000 acres. It's a perennial with a distinctive yellow-green color and stems that contain a milky sap. Roots can reach over 20 feet deep. There are several control options that producers can look at, including herbicide and biological control. If you have questions about leafy spurge, contact your local county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we are back here at Clock Field, we are set for baseball here this evening as the Pierre Governors, they take on the Huron Tigers in this doubleheader matchup. And again, it will be Johnny Hernandez on the mound for the Huron Tigers. As they will, he comes in 10.1 innings pitched, 2 wins. On 2-0 on the season in his 3 appearances. He started those 2 games. It's 6 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 walks, 15 strikeouts, a 2.032 ERA, and a whip of 1.452. The Governors, again, they will have for them their batting order will be Lincoln Keenels that will lead things off. He'll be followed by McGuire Rasky. He's in center field. Andy Gordon, the third baseman, will bat third. Aaron Booth, the DH, batting fourth. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, batting sixth. Then it will be Spencer Lettler, the left fielder, batting eighth. And it will be then Brecken Kruger, the right fielder, as he bats ninth for this Pierre Governor team. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting station, as we're ready for baseball here on this chilly Tuesday afternoon. Hernandez is ready to go. Tyson Lean, the catcher, he is not in the batting order, but he is the starting catcher for the Huron Tigers. As just a couple minutes after 5 o'clock, we're ready for baseball here on this Tuesday. The right-hander delivers the first pitch. And Keenels will pop up the first pitch on the right side. The first baseman will field, make the catch, and there's 1 pitch and 1 out here at 5:03. As Keenels will pop out of the first baseman in Grace to open up here in this top of the first inning. McGuire Rasky comes to the plate here with 1 down in the top of the first inning. Rasky, so far on the season, batting .375 with 8 runs driven in. First pitch to him is high and outside for ball 1. Again, apologize for technical difficulties here early on before we got started, but glad to have you here along board here on YouTube at KCCR Sports, on the air at today's KCCR, and online at todayskccr.com. The next pitch is upstairs and is now 2-0. To the center fielder, number 2 hitter in the order. We'll go through the batting order again. We'll also go through the defensive positioning for the Huron Tigers. 2-0 pitch. Rasky will have a foul tip back in the glove, and it's now 2-1 here to Hernandez. Here at Clock Field, it's looking like a pretty nice evening overall after the snow has stopped. The 2-1 pitch, there's a swing and a miss. It's now 2-2 if you take away the cold temperatures that we have here at game time. And again, as we sit, it's at 39 degrees here at first pitch. 2-2 pitch coming from Hernandez to McGuire Rasky. He'll foul that one back to the screen, and we'll do it again here at 2-2. Again, Hernandez, along with Mason Davis, those 2 guys that have thrown the most innings, and both look like they're pretty good hurlers for this Huron Tiger team. 2-2 pitch again, outside, and it is now 3-2 here to McGuire Rasky. Looking to be the first base run of the game for the here for the Pierre Governors. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Hernandez to Rasky. He'll go the other way with it over the third baseman, headed into left field for a base hit, and the leadoff man is aboard to open up, or with one down here in the top of the first inning. He'll be the first base runner here for the Governors. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter in Andy Gordon. Gordon coming in so far here this season as he is hitting .273. Has driven in 10 runs, team high 10 runs so far for the Governors. Hernandez from the stretch, the first pitch to Gordon. He'll foul that one straight back, and it's 0-1. It is for the Huron Tigers defensively. It is Kane out in left field, Sammons in center field. Kranzler will be in right, DeVries at third. As Gordon goes to left field, going back is Kane. He'll get underneath it, makes the catch, and there's now 2 down as Rasky will retreat back to first base. So 2 away, and he'll bring up Aaron Booth. There's Colby Hahn at shortstop, Tegan Fitzer at second, Peyton Grace at first, Tyson Lean behind the plates, and Hernandez looking for a clean inning. Pick-off attempt and back in safely. Rasky a little slow to get back to first base, but he is back safely. And there is Aaron Booth still looking for that first pitch coming to him from Hernandez. Here is the first pitch from Hernandez to Booth. That was on the outside edge, taken for strike 1. Aaron Booth, who throws when he's not throwing, even when he does throw, he's been getting into the batting order. 375 hitter so far this season. 6 for 16 as he pops this one up foul, and that will get out of play, and it's now 0-2. It's the number 4 hitter in the lineup. And now a strike away from a clean first inning for Hernandez. Well, their batting order, as well as the Governor defensive positioning coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Hernandez was going to go from the wind-up. Instead, he'll get the wise help from his team to step off and go now from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Booth will foul back out of play, and it remains at 0-2. One on, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Govs are coming in at 6-2. The Huron Tigers looking to end a spell of 4 of the last 5 they've lost, as that one is fouled back, and the catcher Lean could not race over to it in time, and will do it again at 0-2. In the first of a doubleheader here at Clock Field in Huron. Govs and Tigers played back in 2019, but they played in the playoffs as the regular season matchup was canceled. It ended up being canceled, rained out, but it didn't get rained out until we were halfway to Huron. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Hernandez will get the strikeout, and that will end the inning here in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base after half inning. Huron Tigers come to the bat in a scoreless tie. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post-State apparel? All-around graphics and Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All-around graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue, or call 224-4677. All-around graphics in Pierre. your one-stop shop.
We get to the bottom of the first inning. It is a 0-0 tie as the Huron Tigers coming to the plate. As their lineup, Kobe Hott, the shortstop, will bat first. Johnny Hernandez, the pitcher, batting second. Tegan Fitzer, the second baseman, batting third. Mason Davis, the DH, batting fourth. Elliot DeVries will bat fifth, playing third base. Max Kranzler, the right fielder, batting sixth. Peyton Grace, the first baseman, batting seventh. Hayden Kane, the left fielder, batting eighth. And then it'll be Sammons, the center fielder, batting ninth. On the mound is Jackson Edmond as he makes his first start of the season. As the Govs and Huron Tigers, we'll go through the stats here. Jaron Sammons is the number 9 hitter for the Huron Tigers. We go through the stats for Jackson Edmond through the first couple of games of the season. He's got just 2 appearances, but he only has a third of an inning of a break, as he has given up 4 hits, 4 runs, or excuse me, 1 hit, 4 runs, and 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit by a pitch. So he's looking to drop that ERA fairly quickly here to begin this ball game. Colby Hott, the shortstop, stepping to the plate to lead things off here for the Tigers. First pitch from the big left-hander is taken upstairs for ball 1. Hott so far on the season, batting .250 with 2 doubles. He's driven in 5 runs. Count is now 2-0 here quickly to Colby Hott. Johnny Hernandez, the pitcher, is on deck. The left-hander will deal the left-hander, and that is over for strike 1. It is now 2-1 here to Colby Hott. Here's the 2-1 from Edmond to Hott. Comes inside, and it will hit him. And the leadoff man is on base here to open up the bottom of the first for the Tigers.
Number 4, Big John Hernandez.
And here is now Johnny Hernandez, the pitcher. Hernandez batting .444. 9 runs driven in so far on the season. 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a triple to the credit of Johnny Hernandez. So Edmond will have to quickly work from the stretch, and the first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Edmond comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's at the letters, and it's now 1-1. Edmond, the big, tall lefty sophomore. Got a solid season for the Pierre Governor basketball team. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is taken high and is now 2-1. Apologize for the hum in the background, trying to get that all worked out as well. 2-1 pitch is outside and is now 3-1. Here to Hernandez, and Edmond trying to dig in on the mound. Got to find a way to get this man. He's going to go get the first 2 guys on base. Here's a 3-1 pitch upstairs, and it's a walk, and now it's first and second with nobody out. And they'll bring up, here's Tegan Fitzer. With nobody out, 2 men on, first and second here in the bottom of the first inning. It's imperative to throw strikes. Edmonds trying to find it here early on. Tegan Fitzer batting .400, showing bunt, pulls it back, and that's over for strike 1. At the letters to the right-handed hitting Fitzer. 2 runs driven in so far for Fitzer. Has not drawn a walk yet here so far in the season. 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 1-1 here to Fitzer. Edmond will come set. Here is the 1-1 pitch. That one's off the glove of Huska. Taking third base will be Hotz, and is now first and third, and the count is 2-1. So far right now, not the start the Governors were hoping for. They're in danger of going down the Tigers here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the now 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, runner is off, and here comes a throw. It goes over the top of the second baseman, Wiebe, and in to score. And the Huron Tigers have taken the first run of the ball game. So now the count is 3-1. And Huron has opened up the scoring. And will come set from the stretch. Here comes the now 3-1 pitch with a runner on second. Upstairs, and Fitzer will have his first walk of the season. And that'll draw out Coach Ryan Kruger to go talk with his starting pitcher. Here's now Mason Davis, the DH, that will come to the plate after the mound visit. Looks like we're going to have some stirring in the dugout of the Pierre Governors and might see someone get loose down the right field line. I mean, right now struggling to find the strike zone with a hit by pitch and 2 walks. That's been the problem for the Governors so far on the season, is just not been able to get guys out, not to allow walks. So far, they have walked 45 guys. They do have 69 strikeouts coming in, but 45 walks, 15 guys hit by pitch, 60 free passes given in 8 games. That's not the recipe for a lot of success as the snow starts to pick back up here at Clock Field. So runners at first and second here with nobody down in the bottom of the first inning. Davis will show bunt. He'll bunt it over towards third base. Edmond will field. The throw is low, and coming off the bag and the ball getting away will allow at least one more run to score. They're going to try and send Fitzer around to score, and 2 more runs will come in to score, and the runner will get to third base, and the Governors are quickly down 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. On the air charge will be charged to Edmond.
Number 21, third baseman, Elliot DeVries.
So here's Elliot DeVries now at the plates. An air's charged to Edmond. 3-0 is our score. And the Govs are not in the spot that they want to be in. Still nobody out, and the infield has to come in, down 3-0. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Elliot DeVries here for the Huron Tigers. He's coming in batting .389 so far on the season. That one's shot out towards center field. That's going to get over the head of McGuire Rasky and going to get down for extra bases all the way towards the fence. DeVries will round second. He's going to try for a third. The throw will come in, and it will be a triple. And the Governors are now down 4-0 here in the bottom of the first with still nobody out. And it looks like we will have ourselves a pitching change.
Number 6, regular Matt Cranler.
So a triple by DeVries. Edmond unable to get anybody out. And we'll have our first pitching change of the contest. We'll step aside and come back in a minute with those changes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we are back here at Clock Field in Huron, the Govs down 4-0. Matt Hansen is going to be coming on the mound to try and settle things down here for the Governors. They have not recorded an out yet in this bottom of the first inning. They're down 4-0, and a runner is on at third base here with just with nobody out, and that's not how the Govs were hoping to start this ball game against this Huron Tiger team. Snow is starting to fall again, as you can probably see on your screen on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It's going to be on and off throughout the night. It's going to be a little bit colder as we go through the night, but here for the Governors, you give up 3 free passes in a row and then an air and a triple to allow those first 4 runs to score. And Max Kranzler, the number 6 hitter in the order, coming up to the plate, and yet you have yet to record that first out. The Govs have found themselves well behind the 8 ball early on in this game. Matt Hansen, he comes in. He's thrown 2/3 of an inning. He's given up 3 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run with 1 strikeout, an ERA of 10.5 and a WHIP of 4.5 so far. But he's looking for a better outing. And, of course, Jackson Edmond unable to record that out. But still a long season to go. Still plenty of time here for Mr. Edmond to kind of figure things out as we go throughout the season. And he's going to get another chance at some point, and we'll be working hard to get to that opportunity to make the most of it. So here's Matt Hansen. He is also in the game as the number 8 hitter, so he will be due up fourth in this next inning as we get to the top of the second. But still 3 outs to get in this bottom of the first, and the infield will be drawn in all the way around as the first pitch from Hansen. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Again, Max Kranzler, the number 6 hitter. First 5 guys have reached base. 400 batting average so far on the season for Kranzler. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and a good block by Huska. And it's now 1-1. First of 2 here this evening at Clock Field. And here on the lights are on. Snow is starting to fall again, but we are here for baseball. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Comes upstairs and inside, and it's now 2-1. A lot of these Governors have the hoodies on underneath the jerseys. I don't think I see anybody with short sleeves on. I don't think I will. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back, and it's now 2-2. Not a whole lot of fans out, and a lot of fans are in their cars staying warm. Thankfully, we got the press box here that's blocking the wind and keeping things somewhat warm in here. Here comes now the 2-2 pitch from Hansen to Kranzler. Misses down low, and the count is now full. On deck is going to be Peyton Grace, the first baseman. Hansen will come set. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's the first out recorded here in the bottom of the first inning.
First baseman, number 7, Peyton Grace.
And you bring up Peyton Grace, the first baseman, still with the runner in scoring position. Grace coming in batting .227 so far. 4 runs driven in, looking for that 5th run driven in. The infield stays in. Ball will barely get behind Huska. Might have went off the umpire, so a little bit of a break there for the Governors. Be the first break that they've had in this ball game. Infield drawn in all the way around as Andy Gordon's at third, Lincoln Keenel's at short, Jaden Wiebe at second, and Bennett Dean at first. The outfield is Spencer Lettler, McGuire Rasky, and then Brecken Kruger. Here comes now the 1-0 pitch. That one is high and outside, and it's now 2-0. Be Grace and then Hayden Kane. Wind's been blowing out for the majority of the time that we've been here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. One is right down the middle, now 2-1. And one down here in the bottom of the first, a 4-0 lead for Huron. First 5 guys reach base with just 1 hit and 1 error. That one's going the other way, but that's going to get down the left field line and foul. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Was not the ideal start for the Govs. Now they've got to try and work around it. Here comes now the 2-2 pitch again. Outside. And another full count. Again, the Govs, you know what, they're allowing 60 free passes coming into this ball game. Have already allowed 3 free passes, but they've had a lot of full counts. They don't get ahead and stay ahead in the counts, and that one will get away from Huska on the wild pitch. That will draw another run in the score on the walk, and it will be a runner at first base after the walk, and it's a 5-0 lead now for the Huron Tigers. We'll bring up Hayden Kane.
Number 12, Hayden Kane.
So Kane will come to the plates. Now with not that runner in scoring position, but they did score, and a 5-0 lead for the Huron Tigers. Again, 5 spots here for Huron. Mentioned that a good start for both teams. They both wanted to start well, because if you didn't start well, it wasn't going to look good for you. Well, the Govs have not started so well here in this game, and Huron's made them pay. They're up 5-0 with just 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the first pitch from Hansen to Kane. That one will miss low for ball 1. Aaron Booth and Aaron Booth is one guy that's not available for, I believe Jacob Mayer might be the other guy that's not available for this Pierre Governor team today. Everybody else is essentially available. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-0. Lincoln Keenels will probably pitch, but he's going to stay within the mark of not having more than 2 days rest, because I'm sure he'll probably pitch again on Friday against Brookings, or at least want him to try and be available for Friday if you need him. 2-0 pitch. That one will get behind Huska. Went off the catcher or the umpire's knee saver, and then the shin guard, and bounced away. And now a runner on second here with 1 down, and the count is now 3-0. So here's Hansen from the stretch, the 3-0 pitch, 4-pitch walk. And another free pass given.
Up back, your center fielder, number 19, Jaron Sammons.
Jaron Sammons, the center fielder, will be at the plate now with the number 9 hitter in the order. Looks like the Govs will have somebody else start warming up. The fourth walk in the inning, along with a hit by a pitch. 5 free passes in this bottom of the first. And Huron's threatening once again. Count is 1-0 to Sammons. And here is the 1-0 pitch. That one is over, and it's now taken for strike 1, and it's 1-1. For the Govs, especially in that second inning, it's not about trying to get all 5 runs back. It's trying to start chip away and outscore the Tigers in the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth inning to slowly. You don't have to always slowly get the lead back or slowly get the score back, because that one's lined. Lincoln Keenels will jump, make the catch, and will double off the runner at second base to end the inning. And there's a break for the Pierre Governors that they needed that one, as the Keenels will double off the runner at second and retire the side. 9 guys come to the plate in that first inning. 5-run score on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. After 1 inning, the Governors have work in front of them. They're down 5-0 to the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They'll answer your questions, and they'll even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy is the pharmacy you know and trust. That number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
As we welcome you back here to the 2 o'clock field as we are set for the top of the second inning. Governors and Tigers battling here. 5-0 lead here for the Huron Tigers. As Johnny Hernandez will deliver the first pitch to Bennett Dean. Taking upstairs for ball 1. So Johnny Hernandez got had allowed just 1 hit in that top of the first. Here is the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low and is now 2-0. Bennett Dean coming in with the 2-for-3 second game on against Harrisburg on Saturday. Had 2 doubles, and he has the only 2 extra base hits the Govs have had since that opening weekend. That one is right down the middle. Now 2-1 here to Bennett Dean. So he's looking to keep the hot back rolling on this cool evening. Sun is falling, but the sun is out, or the snow is falling, but the sun is out. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's ripped into right field for a base hit, and the leadoff man is aboard here to open up things at the top of the second. As Dean will get another hit recorded for him. That'll bring up Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe also had a pretty good Saturday against the Harrisburg Tigers. But again, the Govs have had just 8 hits in their back-to-back doubleheaders combined. Had 5 hits in Game 2, 3 in Game 1. Then back to Mitchell, they had 4 and 4. Wiebe first pitch swinging, the line drive caught by the second baseman Fitzer, and back to first base is Dean. So there is now 1 down here in the top of the second. Then I'll bring up Spencer Lettler, the left fielder. Lettler was able to play on Saturday in Harrisburg after taking the ACT in Harrisburg. We had several guys gone because of the ACT and because of track, but Lettler was able to sign up and take the ACT over in Harrisburg and is able to then come after the ACT to play against the Harrisburg Tigers. Diving back in safely is Dean on the pickoff attempt from Hernandez. And here's the first pitch now. Dean is off with the pitch. It's high and outside, maybe a pitch out, but the ball will get into center field on the throw, and Dean will head over to third base. And he is in scoring position to try to get that first run back here for the Governors. And Spencer Lettler can get one to the outfield and bring in Dean. A good job there by Bennett Dean to read the throw that went into center field, knew it right away, and be able to get back up and make his way over to third base. So now Hernandez will work from the windup with Spencer Lettler up in the count 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is upstairs now 2-0. Did not see anybody warming up for, actually I did see Isaac Pollock, I believe it was, that was warming up for the Govs towards the end of that bottom of the first. Hanson is on deck. The 2-0 pitch misses low and is now 3-0. Hernandez looking to climb all the way back. The 3-0 pitch coming to Spencer Lettler. He'll 3-0 swing and get a base hit just past the third baseman's glove and DeVries and into left field for an RBI single. And it's now 5-1. Get the green light on 3-0. Didn't think, and he went the other way with it too. You don't see that very often when you get a green light and you go the other way, but he gets the RBI single. And the Govs are now on the board, down 5-1 here in the top of the second. And then he'll bring up Matt Hanson, who can help himself out here. And so he'll get his first at-bats as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Hanson, again, came in before Edmond was able to record an out in that bottom of the first inning. And Hanson now is in that number 8 spot in the batting order. Usually has been hitting number 2 when he's been with the Pierre Governors. The 1-0 pitch is swinging a miss, and it's now 1-1. So he hit number 2 in that number 2 spot in the first weekend, but this is his first game back with the Govs after being with tennis the 2 Saturdays ago, and then last Saturday was one of those guys taking the ACT. There's a pickoff attempt. Lettler was starting to go the other way and was able to dive back in safely, just barely back in safely. And the count is 1-1 here to Matt Hansen. 1-1 pitch. Lettler is off of the pitch. That one's taken low for ball 2. The throw, while also getting to center field, but Lettler unable to get up and get off to third base as the center fielder and Samus was in. And it's now runner on second, and the count is 2-1. So runner in scoring position here for the Pierre Governors. Here in the top of the second, still 1 down. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's now 2-2. On deck, Brecken Kruger, the right fielder. Now we swing things back up to the top of the order here for the Governors. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Hansen will foul it out behind the home plate and out of play. And we will do it again at 2-2. Governors will be at home on Friday, their first home game of the season. And then they will take on Roosevelt and O'Gorman on Yankton O'Gorman Friday and Saturday in that doubleheader. And then back home against Rapid City Central as Hansen will take strike 3. He knew it as soon as it crossed the plate, couldn't pull the trigger. And there's now 2 down as it'll be the second strikeouts of the ball game for Hernandez. And they'll bring up Brecken Kruger, needing to bring home Spencer Lettler out in second base. Base hit would do it. First pitch to Brecken Kruger, and he'll swing and miss. And it's 0-1. On deck is Lincoln Keenholz, the top of the order for the Governors. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kruger. Outside, and it's now 1-1. Sun peeking back out. Snow still falling, though, here at Clock Field. The 1-1 pitch. Kruger swings and misses and is now 1-2. 2 up for the Huron Tigers is the top of the order. After all 9 guys came to the plate in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's upstairs. And it's now 2-2. And Brookings will be the team in town on Friday. The 2-2 pitch. That one is just a bit upstairs. It is now 3-2. 5-7 for that doubleheader. First home games of the year for the Pierre Governors. First time we get to be back at Hyde Stadium since the 2020 season came to an end. That one's popped foul and get right over the top of the press box. And it remains a full count at 3-2. Another potential chance of getting a foul ball come through here. Take a little bit of a not so hard hit ball. 3-2 pitch. That one is chopped at the plate. Going to be a tough play for the pitcher Hernandez. The throw is going to get away, and it's going to get all the way over towards the right field line. Kruger is going to round second and head for third base, and he's going to get to third base. An air charge to Hernandez. And now we're going to have the coach for Huron come out, talk with the umpire, and say that it went off of Kruger. Coach Ryan Kruger is going to come down and saying that it went off of Brecken Kruger until the air was thrown, and then Coach Kruger backed away and because it was going to be helpful for the Governors. So before we put anything up on the scoreboard, we'll wait to see what the call is going to be. If it's going to be a foul ball or not. They're going to say, and it's going to be a clean play. And the Govs are going to get a run back on the air charge to the pitcher. So Hernandez will get charged with the air. And that'll bring you back up to the top of the order in Lincoln Keenholz. And gotta say that both coaches would have an argument in a way that Well, I can't really disagree that the Huron coach isn't wrong, as that pitch will bounce in, because it didn't look like it would have done anything but would have went off of Brecken Kruger. Right, Kruger was walking in as soon as it was hit, saying it should have been a foul ball, or the actions of it would have been assuming that he was going to say it should have been a foul ball, but the throw was wild, and he let it play on. And the Huron coach came out and said, well, the other coach thought it would have been a foul ball. As it counts now 1-1 here to Keenholz. Of course, the gamesmanship, Coach Kruger is not going to say that one way or the other. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Keenholz swings and misses. It's now 1-2. McGuire Rasky is on deck if we can get to him, which would mean that Lincoln Keenholz would have to be on base. And also, potentially, the Govs would be just back down by 2. Here's a 1-2 pitch that misses low and inside, and it's now 2-2. Kruger is on at third base. Govs trailing 5-2 here in the top of the second. Giving themselves some room to work with now here. The 2-2 pitch, there's a foul tip at the plate. Nearly was strike 3, went off the glove of the catcher and lean. And it will remain at 2-2. So Keenholz will get new life here. That one was nearly, it looked like it was in the glove and just rolled right out of Lean's glove. 2-2 pitch. Good off-speed pitch that Keenholz did a better job of taking as it just fell off the strike zone. And the count is now full 3-2. So now here is the 3-2 pitch. That one misses low, and it will be a 2-out walk. And there's runners at the corners here with 2 down here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up McGuire Rasky. Rasky had the first hit of the game for the Governors. Have 2 hits here in the inning, 3 in the game so far. And another base hit would pull the Govs within 2, and if he finds a gap, could pull the Govs back within 1. First pitch to Rasky. Upstairs for ball 1. So the Govs have been able to find their 7th hitter to come to the plate in the top of the second. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hernandez to Rasky. Runner is off with the pitch. A fake throw, and now Keenholz is on at second with the count at 2-0. And a base hit now would definitely pull the Govs within 1. As long as it's not a one hopper right to the left center or right fielder. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Rasky will look at strike 1 on the outside edge. No markers of the distance here on the fence on either foul pole as well, but shoots it way out there in the left and right center field as it's now 3-1 to Rasky. Deep center field here at Clock Field in Huron. From the windup, here comes the 3-1 pitch to McGuire Rasky. Rasky will go the other way with the left side. That one's going to be in foul territory, and it's going to fall foul as it fell in between the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder. DeVries, the third baseman, had the best play at it, but it still was going to take a miraculous play to get to it. Just the fact that he was close was a pretty good play to begin with. Just a perfectly hit ball that landed foul there from Rasky. So we will now have a full count pitch coming to McGuire Rasky. Hernandez delivers the full count pitch. Rasky will foul away on the left side again. So another opportunity. Been a long inning and a half so far for this ball game, as we've seen 7 runs score. So far a 5-2 Huron lead, and Rasky will spoil another pitch, as it might have been ball 4, but it was too close to take, and a good foul swing and a good spoil swing there from McGuire Rasky. So here comes Hernandez again, trying to get Rasky down another time. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss, and we'll get to the backstop. Brecken Kruger will come in to score. Lincoln Keenels will round third, but will not attempt it. And the score is now 5-3 as the Govs will be back within 2, and the tying run is aboard with 2 down here in the top of the second. And it'll bring up the number 8 hitter in the inning, Andy Gordon, the number 3 hitter in the order for the Govs. Got the most RBIs on the team. Will come to the plate looking to add another to his total. He's driven in 10 so far. Rasky has driven in 8. Rasky's off of the pitch. Gordon will swing and miss. A throw will get into center field again. It's going to drive another run in. Rasky's going to take off for third. The throw will come in. Rasky will be standing on third base. So another error charge to the Huron Tigers, this time to the catcher Lean. And is now a runner on third, and the score is 5-4. And all of a sudden, the Govs are a swing away or a wild pitch away from tying this one up in the top of the second. 1-0 pitch to Gordon. That one will bounce in. Good block from Lean. And the count is 2-0 to number 3 hitter in the order.
Take your time, John.
Hernandez will go back to the windup. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Excuse me, 1-1 pitch as it was, and it's now 2-1. Gordon swung and missed at the first pitch. A 2-1 count here to Hernandez, or from Hernandez to Gordon. And the 2-1 pitch. Gordon will watch it go below the zone, and the count is now 3-1. On deck, Aaron Booth. He struck out to end the top of the first inning. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Gordon will watch it go at the knees, and it's now 3-2. So another full count pitch coming from Hernandez to the number 3 hitter, Andy Gordon. 3-2 pitch. Gordon will chop it foul, and it will remain full at 3-2. So Hernandez, who had a pretty good first inning, is in terms of having a good inning, but also pitch count wise, not so well here in this top of the second inning. Another walk has been issued, and it's now first and third again with 2 down. And we'll have a mound visit as we try and check the pitch count total for Hernandez. 57 pitches now for Hernandez. Or excuse me, 58 pitches from Hernandez as he has issued that walk to Gordon. Aaron Booth is coming to the plate, the number 9 man in the order in this inning, I should say. So all 9 guys just after the Huron Tigers had all 9 guys come to the plate in the bottom of the first. The Pierre Governors are having 9 guys come to the plate here in the top of the second. We'll potentially see Andy Gordon take off for second here fairly quickly. A long mound visit. Surprised the umpires aren't making their way out there to tell them to hurry it up. That will have the home plate umpire start to walk out there. Now, sometimes the head coach or manager will come out and have a conversation. Sometimes he might say, we're going to kind of slow things down here. We're going to talk as up until the umpire comes and gets us. So if the umpire lets them, they'll talk for 5 minutes or so. And as soon as the umpire got out to the mountain, they broke the huddle. And now here we go with the bases not loaded. It's first and third. But Aaron Booth is up to the plate with 2 down here in the top of the second. Hernandez will come set from the stretch. Gordon's off of the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1. And at second base is now Gordon's. They allow him to go on the pitch. So Hernandez will continue to work from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch. Booth pops it up behind home plate. Lean is right there. Take a couple steps back, make the catch, and that will end the inning here in the top of the second. So all 9 guys come to the plate again for the Pierre Governors, this time at the top of the second. They score 4 runs on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. After an inning and a half, it's a 5-4 lead here for the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Verting Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verting Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
We're back here at Clock Field as the Govs, they've gotten back within 1. It's a 5-4 lead for the Huron Tigers as we head to the bottom of the second. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening. As leading off will be the top of the order, right back to that top of the order. Colby Hotz, Johnny Hernandez, and Tegan Fitzer will be the first guys to greet Matt Hansen, who came in and did get all 3 outs in that bottom of the first inning. But he is looking for a much better bottom of the second inning than what he had in the bottom of the first. Still kind of struggled to find the strike zone, although he did have those 2 walks. But he was able to get a 6-4 double play on the line out and doubling off the runner at second base. So looking for a better start here in the bottom of the second. 5-4 is our score. Again, Governors on Friday will be at home as they will take on Brookings. A 5 and 7 o'clock start for that doubleheader. Roosevelt will be on the road on next week Friday on April 30th. Then Sioux Falls will stay in Sioux Falls. Yankton and O'Gorman on that Saturday on May 1st. And then it will be Rapid City Central to be at home on Cinco de Mayo on May 5th for a 5 and 7 o'clock start time on that Wednesday. Those are the next 4 doubleheaders that we have scheduled here on the season, and also here on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com, and of course available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. As the first pitch is over for strike 1, Hot was showing bunt, pulled it back, and now here is the 0-1 pitch from Hansen to Hot. That one will miss low, and it's now 1-1. And you're looking for these Govs pitchers to get ahead in the count and to stay ahead in the count. Recipe for success is getting ahead and staying ahead. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. And for Greg Dean, talk about that last game, or has talked about it several times, that if you go ahead and account 1-2 or 0-1, your ERA is gonna go down, your WHIP's gonna be down. The 1-2 pitch, a curveball that is freezing hot for strike 3, and the leadoff man is retired here in the bottom of the second. And here is Hernandez, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance. The first 3 guys did not put the ball in play. A hit by pitch and 2 walks to allow them to get on base. As the first pitch to Hernandez is popped up on the right side. It'll be Weeby calling for it, just going into shallow right field. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 quickly down here in the bottom of the second.
Number 1, Tegan Fitzer.
Here's Tegan Fitzer, the second baseman. Also drew a walk. And then see if now Matt Hansen can get that 1-2-3 inning. It'll be a big 1-2-3 inning to get if you are Matt Hansen. Here is the first pitch. That one will get at the knees for strike 1. I say just for Matt Hansen, but all for the Pierre Governors. After going down 5-0, you've battled back to make it 5-4 in the next half inning. And a big shutdown inning will get the momentum all the way back to you on your side, even though you're down by 1 run. The 0-1 pitch bounced in, and it's now 1-1. On deck would be Mason Davis. He reached on an error and also came around to score. So far, just 1 hit for the Huron Tigers. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Sun has made its way completely out. The snow has stopped. And still the temperature is a little bit cool, but maybe feeling a little bit more like baseball weather. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes, and the catch was made, although Fisher took off for second or to first. The catch was made, so that will retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Hansen. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 2 complete, Govs trail 5-4 to Huron. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with that pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here to Clock Field as we head to the top of the third inning. Governors are down by 5-4. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening. It will be 5, 6, and 7. Bennett Dean, Jade Wiebe, and Spencer Lettler. Anybody reaches base. And then it will be Matt Hansen back to the plate. Hernandez is out for his third inning of work. After having a quick inning in the top of the first, he gave up just that one hit. But that second inning, much different scenario. He had one error that was issued, 2 errors in that inning, and then it was 2 hits as well. But 4 runs came in to score for the Governors. Bennett Dean will lead things off. He is 1 for 1 with a single. Jaden Wiebe will be the next hitter. Then Spencer Lettler be the number 3 hitter in the order for the Govs. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 here to Dean. Dean singled out into right field. It came around to score. He stole second. The throw got into the center field, and he ended up taking third. 0-1 pitch. That one misses low, and it's now 1-1. Lean clutched the throw back to the plate. He thought that was at the knees. Would have made it 0-2. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hernandez to Dean. Dean will sky it out towards right center field. Moving over is the right fielder in Kranzler, and he will make the catch, and the leadoff man is retired here to open up the top of the third.
Make sure to warm up the concession stand with hot coffee, hot chocolate, cold pork sandwiches.
Here is now Jaden Wiebe. He lined out to second base in his first trip to the plate. Here is the first pitch to Wiebe. There's a ground ball left side. It will be fielded by the third baseman, DeVries. The throw to first is low, but it is scooped out, and on the bag will be the first baseman, Grace. A good play there from Peyton Grace, and there's now 2 quickly gone here in the top of the third inning. And then I'll bring out Spencer Lettler. Lettler also singled. He went the other way on a 3-0 pitch, and he also came around to score. So 2 down here in the top of the third. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. As we rope to 6 o'clock, first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Hernandez looking for a 1-2-3 inning, just like how Matt Hansen had the bottom of the second. That one is over, and it's now 1-1 to Lettler. And the now 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. First of 2 here this evening. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Littler was well behind on that fastball and is now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming from Hernandez to Littler. Swing and a miss and a 1-2-3 inning here from Hernandez. And we head to the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Govs still trail here on 5-4. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we're back here at Huron as we head to the bottom of the third inning. 5-4 lead for the Huron Tigers. And for the Tigers in this bottom of the third, they will have 4, 5, and 6. Mason Davis, Elliot DeVries, and Max Kranzler. If I reaches base, it'll then be to Peyton Grace. A 5 spot for the Huron Tigers. Had 4 guys score before the first out was committed. And Huron has led since that to bottom of the first inning, but the Govs had a 4 spot on the top of the second to pull within just that 1 run as we start the bottom of the third with Mason Davis, the DH. First pitch from Hansen to Davis. Swing and a miss. Here's Hansen now with the 0-1 pitch to Mason Davis. Curveball that misses upstairs is now 1-1. Davis with a reach on air in his first at bats. It was an error by Jackson Edmond. That one's popped up on the right side. Wiebe will take a couple steps in the outfield grass and make the catch, and the leadoff man is retired here in the bottom of the third inning. And that'll bring up Elliot DeVries, who also drew a walk. Just 1 hit so far for the Huron Tigers. As trying to go through the hit and to see who that hit was. We're trying to read my writing to figure out who that hit was. First pitch is missed down low for ball 1. DeVries. Is the man with the hit. He got that base hit in his first at bat, and is now a 2-0 count to the third baseman. The 2-0 pitch. That one's chopped foul over towards the third baseman. Third base line is now 2-1. Hansen's retired the last 5 straight, including that double play to end the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, now 3-1. Kranzler is on deck. He'll be followed by Peyton Grace. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Hansen to DeVries. That one is right down the middle now, 3-2. Hansen from the windup. The 3-2 pitch. On the outside edge and looked out for strike 3 and the third strikeout of the game now for Matt Hansen.
Number 6, Max Kranzler.
And that'll bring up Max Kranzler with 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kranzler struck out in his first trip to the plate. Here is the first pitch to Kranzler. Will miss low for ball 1. The Tigers with just 1 hit so far, but 5 runs. They lead 5-4 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch from Hansen. Upstairs now 2-0. Outfield straight away, infield straight up. Andy Gordon playing just inside the third base bag. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is chopped to foul on the left side down the third base line. It is now 2-1. Hansen looking for another 1-2-3 inning, just like he had in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's the 2-1 pitch now to Kranzler. That one's upstairs, and it's 3-1 again. So another 3-ball count issued by a Pierre Governor pitcher. 3-1 pitch from Kranzler, from Hansen to Kranzler. That one's at the letters now, 3-2. One thing that you give credit to the hitters. Also, you want the Pierre Governor pitching staff to maybe throw a few more strikes. There's been a lot of full count pitches, as there's another full count pitch that misses just upstairs for ball 4. And Kranzler tossed the bat right away, knowing it was ball 4, and some of the Pierre Governors were heading off the field thinking it was strike 3. But Peyton Grace now is up to the plate with 1 on and 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. From the stretch, here's the first pitch. That one's outside for ball 1. And one of the pitches that hasn't been close from Hansen. He's been around the strike zone for the majority of this outing so far here for the Govs. Hansen will check the runner at first, so come set. Now the 1-0 pitch. Runner is off of the pitch. That one's taken for a strike. The throw to second is not going to be in time. Keenel's trying to get a quick snap tag, but missed the tag, and a stolen base for Kranzler, and the count is now 1-1 here to Peyton Grace. Grace walked, he reached second, but then was doubled off in the line drive that Keenel's was able to snag, jumping high for it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's popped up in foul territory. Huska's running after it, and he's going to run out of room. It's going to get out of play, and the count is now 1-2 to the first baseman. Goes down by 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, a 5-4 score. The bottom of the 1st was not a good one for Pierre. The top of the 2nd wasn't a good one for the Huron Tigers. But both teams are trying to find 2 out of the 3 innings a good inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch, just a bit outside. Good take there, close take there from the first baseman, Peyton Grace. And it is a 2-2 count. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one is lifted into center field. Rasky coming in. He'll make the catch on the run to retire the side here in the bottom of the 3rd. So we have a 5-4 score still here after 3 innings. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
We are back here at Huron as we are set for the top of the fourth. As for the Govs, it'll be 8-9-1. Matt Hansen, Brecken Kruger, and Lincoln Keenels as they look to try and tie this one up. As it is Johnny Hernandez back on the mound here for the Huron Tigers. The first pitch, that one will miss low for ball one to lead off here in the top of the fourth. A 5-4 Huron Tiger advantage. The 1-0 pitch. That one's grounded foul down the third base line. And it's an evens the count up at 1-1. These are big games for both these teams as the 1-1 pitch comes in, and Hansen will tomahawk that one foul and out of play. And the count is now 1-2. But wins for the Huron Tigers against this Pierre Governor team will jump their PowerPoint numbers significantly because of the record that the Pierre Governors had. Even a split will jump them up in the standings as it's now 2-2. The Govs, because of where Huron sits in the standings right now, the Govs with a split will drop them off the top four, but 2 wins will keep them at number 3 right now. As a 2-2 will miss low, and it's now 3-2. That big 50-point win for the Governors over Harrisburg, because that was the first time Harrisburg had lost all season. That they got those 50 power points that pushed them up from being in 6th place going into the day all the way up to 3rd place. There's a leadoff walk that's been issued to Matt Hansen, and then he'll bring up Brecken Kruger. As we'll, I believe, have a courtesy runner. Isaac Pollock, will come in and courtesy run for Matt Hansen. So that'll bring up Brecken Kruger, the number 9 hitter. You know, the Legion season has gone to the power points. We saw that for the first time last year, although in a different scenario of what then we'll see this year because of all the changes that they made because of COVID. As the first pitch is bounced in for ball one, Kruger was showing bunt and pulled it back. And of course, you know, it's the same as what you see in the high school basketball, volleyball, all the sanctioned high school sports for those power points that you get for playing those teams, as there's a pickoff attempt and back in safely as Pollock at first base. You know, and it makes, if you're sitting at, you know, for Harrisburg, if you come in and as there's a dropped bunt down the line, a good bunt from Kruger, the throw to first, a good one from the catcher, Lean. A really good bunt from Brecken Kruger, but a better play from Tyson Lean, a good sacrifice, but it is a successful one. As Kruger is retired 2-3 on the putouts on the sacrifice, and it's now a runner on second with Pollock with one down, trying to tie it up here at the top of the fourth for the top of the order. And Lincoln Keenels, boy, that's a really good bunt there from Kruger because it takes a really good play to just get him out. It's going to the sacrifice was going to be good no matter what, but then you have to make a good play to get him out. And Tyson Lean made a great play, jumping out from his crouch in front of the plate to make that throw to first base and put it on a line as well as he turned all the way around. First pitch to Lincoln Keenels was taken for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and he'll ground that one down the third base side. A good stab over there at third base, but the throw will bump into the first baseman, and it will get away. And coming in to score will be Isaac Pollock. Into second base will be Lincoln Keenels, and the game is now tied at 5-5 here with one down in the top of the fourth inning. And then error will be charged to the third baseman, DeVries. And Keenels is on at second base. So that'll bring up now McGuire Rasky, and the Govs can take their first lead here with a base hit from Rasky. Rasky 1 for 1 so far. He singled and also walked. He's been stranded both times. He's reached base. First pitch is taken upstairs for ball 1. Back to the point of, Harrisburg losing to Pierre, and they want the Govs now to pretty much win the rest of their games because they'll keep those power points up or at least stay in that, try and get to that 750 and above win percentage. But it's a much different scenario if you lose to what Huron's record is, because you get less power points because of that record. So in other scenarios, you lose one game and that's just one loss on your record, as the count is now 2-1 to McGuire Rasky. But because of the power points, if you're going to lose to a team, you'd rather lose to a team up in the standings. 2-1 pitch is fouled back, and it's now 2-2. Keno's on at second. A base hit will drive him in. Could drive him in and give the Govs their first lead. Count is 2-2 with one down. Here in the top of the fourth, 2-2 pitch, and Rasky will foul that one away, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Keno's is on at second. Playing Rasky to pull to the right side. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Keno's takes off for third. Line shot. That goes just off the glove of the shortstop and hot. Otherwise, it would have doubled off Keno's, and we would have had ourselves the end of the inning. But instead, it's an RBI single from McGuire Rasky, and the Governors have taken their first lead of the ball game on that RBI single. He is now 2 for 2 here in the ball game. And that'll bring up Andy Gordon, who is 0 for 1 so far. Well, that was, if Keno's is not at second, if he's on at first base even, that's a line shot that if Keno's takes off for a second, he probably is doubled off right there. That one's popped straight up in the infield, and the pitcher, Hernandez, will come off the mound to make the play. And there is now 2 down here in the top of the fourth. And that'll bring up Aaron Booth, who is 0 for 2, trying to avoid being the third out for the third time. He's come to the plate. He struck out to end the top of the first. He popped out to the catcher behind home plate to end the second. First pitch swinging. That's out towards right field, going into foul territory, and the right fielder will go over and make the catch. Kranzler will nab it, and that will end the inning here at the top of the fourth. But the Governors do score 2 runs in the inning and take their first lead of the ball game. 2 runs on one hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We have played 3.5. Pierre has a 6-5 lead over Huron. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Join Rising Hope 605 and Dustin Evans and the Good Times Band at the Ramcota River Center, Friday, April 23rd from 7 until 11. Rising Hope 605 is raising funds for people within our community to reduce barriers to access hope. You can do your part by purchasing a ticket and inviting your friends and family to a fun night out with Dustin Evans and the Good Times Band. Purchase your ticket at risinghope605.com. That's risinghope605.com.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
We are back here at Huron and Clock Field as we are heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. Governors now lead 6-5 over the Huron Tigers. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening as we've surpassed the 1 hour mark of this ball game, and the Govs are looking for another clean inning. They've gotten back-to-back zeros, looking for that third straight zero. Allowed just 1 base runner since the bottom of the first inning. It is 8-9-1. Hayden Kane, Jaron Sammons, and Colby Hotz to lead things off here for the Tigers in this bottom of the fourth. Matt Hansen so far, he has looked good since the end of that first inning. He's got that double play, and sometimes you get that little defensive help. A good play there from Kenols to double off then the runner at second, and he has retired 6 of the last 7 guys he has faced in the last 2 innings. For Matt Hansen so far, he has thrown 29 pitches through those now 3 innings. Here's the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th, and that's over for strike 1. And that's been a key for why Hansen has had a 0 in the last 2 innings. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes and gotten ahead of hitters. It tends to lead to better things on the mound for you. The 0-1 pitch, that one's chopped to left side. Keenels will field. Tough throw on the run. He'll make the throw, and leadoff man is retired. A good play there from Keenels from the shortstop position. Gordon went over to try and grab it. Could not get it. Ducked down, and Keenels somewhat had to avoid Gordon. Not a whole lot of avoiding Gordon, but still made the tough play on the run to retire Hayden Kane. And that'll bring up Jaron Sammons with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Hansen to the number 9 hitter, Sammons, is over for strike 1. Another first pitch strike there from Matt Hansen. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Back to Keenels over there at short. He'll field easier play this time, and there's 2 quickly gone here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that'll bring up the top of the order in Colby Hotz.
Number 2, Colby.
Hot so far, 0 for 1. He struck out looking, was hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the 1st. Here's the first pitch to Hot. He'll try and drag bunt his way on, but missed the pitch, and it's now 0-1. So all 3 batters so far here in this bottom of the 4th have seen a first pitch strike or have offered at the first pitch. 0-1 pitch upstairs, and it's now 1-1. It'll be big here to get a 1-2-3 inning because you'll retire the first 2 guys in 4 pitches. Here's the now 7th pitch of the inning upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 down the bottom of the 4th. The 2-1 pitch from Hansen to Hot. That one's chopped to the plate, and it's now 2-2. Due up for the Govs in the top of the 5th will be Bennett Dean, Jaden Wiebe, and Spencer Lettler. 5, 6, and 7 be the 3rd inning in a row, or not 3rd inning in a row, but 3rd inning overall that those 3 guys have been the first 3 to come to the plate. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away, and we'll do it again. Good battle here between the number 1 hitter in the order and the reliever for the Governors, Matt Hansen, came in with nobody out in the bottom of the 1st, was able to get out of that inning with limited damage after the Tigers struck early on. 2-2 pitch will bounce, and then we'll go off the umpire. His count is now full at 3-2. Govs are down 5-0 in the bottom of the 1st inning. Have since scored the last 6 and have a 1-run lead, 6-5. Full count pitch from Hansen to Hotz. Popped up in foul territory. Gordon is over there. He's coming back and will make the catch, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Hansen and the Pierre Governors. We have played 4 complete, and it is a 6-5 lead here for the Pierre Governors. Back in a minute, you listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard, a combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre, or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Top of the fifth inning, Governors, they lead 6-5, 5, 6, and 7 here for Pierre. Bennett Dean, Jaden Wiebe, and Spencer Lettler. If anybody reaches base, it'll then be Matt Hansen, who has looked good in the last 3 innings for this Pierre Governor team, allowing just 1 base runner in the last 10 guys that he has faced. Dean is coming in 1 for 2 so far, a single, and he also flew out to right field. First pitch from Hernandez to Dean. That one is over for strike 1. Again, first pitch strikes are all very important, especially in a cold evening game. 1-1 will miss low, or excuse me, 0-1 will miss low, and it's now 1-1. That first inning, that Hernandez got the 0, and even the second inning where he had 1, 2, 3. Again, he got ahead of those hitters early and stayed ahead of those hitters. The same goes for Hansen in the second, third, and fourth inning. Here's now the 2-1 pitch from Hernandez to Dean. Going up the ladder to get to it, and it'll go past the second baseman, Fitzer, into right field, and it'll be a leadoff error that will put Dean on first base. Here to open up the top of the fifth inning. And that'll be up to now to Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe 0 for 2 so far, lined out to second, and also grounded out to the third baseman. Pickoff attempt, back in safely. Dean was starting to lean over to his right. Able to get back in safely at first base. Here's from the stretch, Hernandez's pitch will be upstairs. Wiebe was showing bunt and pulls it back for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That one is over as Wiebe pulled back again in the bunt and took strike 1. And evens the count at 1-1. A lot of room out in the left center field gap between the left fielder Kane and center fielder Sammons. Sammons playing more for Wiebe to go the other way. Kane more playing down trying to take off the line. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Wiebe will bunt it down the first base line. It will roll foul and will pop up on the grass. Never know what that ball might do. Rolling down the first base line, it might hit that dirt and grass line and make its way back into fair territory, but it hopped over and continued to roll foul. So the count is now 1-2, and would assume the bunt is off here for Wiebe and see if maybe Dean is in motion. 1-2 pitch. Wiebe will foul it out of play, and we'll do it again here at 1-2. On deck, Spencer Lettler, who's 1 for 2. Then it will be Matt Hansen, who is 0 for 1 so far. Nobody out here at the top of the fifth. And Dean takes off for a second. The pickoff, the throw to second is not going to be in time. No, it is in time, and Dean is thrown out at second. And Dean is out and is picked off. He had one partial look back to first base and just barely didn't meet the tag in time. And he has been picked off trying to steal second. Goes down as a caught stealing. And there's one down now. 1-2 pitch. Curveball that Wiebe will look at for strike 3. And there's now 2 down quickly here in the top of the fifth. Looks like the Govs were off to a pretty good start. But that will bring up now Spencer Lettler with nobody on base and 2 down here in the top of the fifth. First pitch to Spencer Lettler is taken low for ball 1. Lettler 1 for 2. He singled in the left field in the top of the second. Struck out swinging in the top of the third. That one's upstairs and is now 2-0. Lettler had a 3-0 count. Had the green light. It was still behind it. And then he was behind the last 2 swinging strikes. In the top of the third when he struck out. 2-0 pitch. That one's over for strike 1. So for Hernandez, you're going to be thinking to keep throwing fastballs to Lettler until he can turn on one. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Lettler will shoot it out to the gap in left center field, and he's going to run for a while all the way towards the fence. Lettler will get to second. He's going to round second. The throw will come in cut off by the shortstop. And Lettler, he's going to round third. He's going to try and score. The throw came to third base. A throw to the plate. And Lettler will tumble his way in and be safe at home with an inside the park home run. And the Govs have taken a 7-5 lead. The throw was on line to the plate, but Lettler was running out of gas. And as he ran out of gas, he kind of tumbled in and ended up blocking the throw coming to the plate. And it's now a 7-5 lead here for the Govs. An inside the park home run for Spencer Lettler. There's just a little bit bobble out there at shortstop in the left field, but the throw was good at third, and then the throw came into home and was a good throw, just bounced off of Lettler. And it draws another mound visit here for the Huron Tigers. Actually, it might be a change upcoming here for the Huron Tigers. So it will be a pitching change. We'll tell you about the change here after this 1-minute break. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here, it will be Dawson Rogers on the mound here in the top of the 5th inning. The Tigers down 7-5, and his first man that he faces will be Matt Hansen. Rogers coming in so far on the season as we try and get to his total. A 3.5 ERA, 6 innings pitched. This will be his 4th appearance. He's 0-1 on the season. He's given up 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those earned. 5 walks and 11 strikeouts. He has hit 2 men. 3.5 ERA, 1.187 whip so far in the season. He's a tall, right-handed throwing man for the Huron Tigers. And Matt Hansen will greet him with the bases empty and 2 down here in the top of the 5th. As the Govs have upped their lead now. They've scored the last 7 runs after trailing 5-0. Now lead 7-0. Here's the first pitch to Matt Hansen, and that is taken for a swinging strike, and it's 0-1. Hansen is 0-for-1 with a strikeout. He struck out looking back at the top of the 2nd. He walked and came around to score in the top of the 4th. The 0-1 pitch will bounce in, and it's now 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 5th, 7-5 lead here for the Govs. 1-1 pitch. Here's a hard hit ball to the left side, eaten up by the third baseman DeVries, and no play to make. And the 2-out runner on first base, reached on air by the third baseman DeVries. And will keep the inning alive for now the number 9 hitter in Brecken Kruger. I think Pollock will come back to run again for Hansen. So Brecken Kruger with reached on an error in his first at-bat. Had a sacrifice bunt at the top of the fourth. Govs are able to take that first lead off that after that productive out. Runner is off with a pitch. The throw to second and is not in time. Isaac Pollock is in safely. And it was taken for ball one. So now Pollock is in scoring position. And Brecken Kruger's got a chance to bring him in. A 2-run lead here for the Govs. From the stretch, Rogers will deliver the 1-0 pitch to Kruger. That one will bounce and get to the backstop, and Pollock will now make his way to third base. And the count is 2-0. So now only 90 feet away, and any base hits for Brecken Kruger will get Pollock in. And Rogers will go back to the windup here, the 2-0 count and the 2-0 pitch from Rogers. That one will miss just low. And the count is now 3-0. And we'll see if Brecken Kruger will have the green light or not. With Lincoln Keenol's on deck, 3-0 pitch. Did not have the green light or did not like the pitch. Was not in that perfect spot. And it is over, though, for strike one. It is 3-1. Still can be choosy here. Good hitters count. 3-1 pitch from Rogers to Kruger. Will come upstairs and maybe a tad inside, and is a walk. And is now first and third with 2 down to bring up Lincoln Keenol's. And we'll see now if Keenol's will get the steal sign to put him in scoring position. Pollock is on at third. Brecken Kruger on at first. The first pitch will bounce to the plate. Kruger will take second, although did not skip far enough away for Pollock to score, but the count is 1-0, and the runners are both in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. And coming from the windup here is the 1-0 pitch. That was cued off the end of the bats by Keenol's. Off the glove of Rogers. A throw to first is in time, and that retires at side here in the top of the fifth inning. Another run scores for the Governors on 1 hit in the inning, 2 errors, and 2 men left on base. We have played 4.5, and the Pierre Governors have a 2-run lead. They lead 7-5 over Huron. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
As we are back here at the bottom of the fifth, and here on the Govs have a 7-5 lead. For the Huron Tigers, it will be Dawson Rogers to lead things off, as he came in to replace Johnny Hernandez. So it'll be his first at bats of the ball game. But then Tegan Fitzer and Mason Davis, 2, 3, and 4 for the Tigers.
Number 2, Dawson Rogers.
So Rogers so far on the season, as he comes to the plate for the first time, batting .455, 10 for 22 on the season, 3 runs driven in. He scored 5 times. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Check swing there from Rogers, did not go. And the 1-0 pitch from Hanson to Rogers. That one is at the letters, now 1-1. So Huron team batting .342 as a team coming in. .483 on-base percentage. The 1-1 pitch. That one is over now, 1-2. Have 70 strikeouts so far as a team, 53 walks. Been hit by a pitch 10 times. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to the left side. Gordon underneath his glove. Keynoles will field the throw to first is in time. And there's one down. It might have gone off the glove of Gordon, but we'll record it a 6-3 putout. And there's one down.
Number 1, Tegan Fitzer.
And Tegan Fitzer now will come to the plates. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He walked, came around to score in the bottom of the first, and struck out to end the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to Fitzer. That one misses low and just a bit outside for ball 1. So the first 5 guys reached base, all came around to score. And since then, only 3 base runners from Huron. There's a swing and a foul tip, and it's now 1-1. Was 3 walks have been issued since those 5 guys that got on base and came around to score. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, and it's now 1-2. Just 1 hit so far for the Tigers. 1 error from the Governors. And those walks, two walks and hit by a pitch. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Hansen. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Number 14, Mason Davis.
And Davis will come to the plate. He reached on an error and was then popped out to the second baseman, Wiebe. As Hansen now that was his 5th strikeout of the ball game. First pitch, that one will miss low for ball 1. He's retired 6 straight. Has Hansen after the 2-out walk issued to Kranzler back in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 pitch. That one is popped up into shallow left field, and by shallow I mean a step into left field, and Keynoles, the shortstop, will come over to make the catch to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Hansen here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We've played 5 completes here at Clock Field, and it is a 7-5 lead for the Pierre Governors over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the top of the 6th as we welcome you back to Huron. And the Govs have a 7-5 lead over the Tigers. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. McGuire Rasky, Andy Gordon, and Aaron Booth. Booth, the DH here in game number 1. He's one of the few guys that were not available to throw here in this ball game here in game 1 or in game 2. He would be available on Friday as the first pitch is taken for strike 1 to McGuire Rasky. He's available on Friday, and right now everybody would be except for probably Matt Hansen by the time all said and done. There's a ground ball up the middle and a base hit past the diving shortstop and hot. And McGuire Rasky is 3 for 3 in the ball game. He's reached base all 4 times so far. As he also drew a walk, but he has not yet scored. One of the few guys to be on base multiple times to not score yet in this game. But with the leadoff single, let's see if they can bring him around. Andy Gordon, he will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. First pitch to Gordon. Comes inside for ball 1. Gordon right now, he's not hitting the ball too bad, but I think for Andy Gordon's standard, he'd be hoping to hit the ball a little bit better. Gordon 273 coming in. Not a bad average at all. As a swing and miss, it's now 1-1. I think the standard that Gordon has for himself is one that wants to be above that 273 and probably above the 300 batting mark. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Taking second base as Rasky, the throw comes in. It was snagged by the second baseman Fitzer, but Rasky will take second. And the count is now 2-1. Yeah, say that and how Gordon's kind of not been, has been a little bit frustrated, but he's leading the team in RBIs coming into this doubleheader. 2-1 pitch. It's now 3-1. He's got another guy out there in scoring position. So here is a 3-1 pitch, a good hitter's count, and it will be taken for ball 4. Rasky started to go and backed up to second. As now runners at first and second here with nobody out for Aaron Booth to come to the plate. I think the hits are definitely going to come for Andy Gordon this year throughout the spring and into the summer, but it's hard when you see the batting average what it is. If this happens in the middle of the season where his batting average starts to dip a little bit, but you don't really see much of it, but since it didn't get off to the best start, it's hard to get out of that slump. First pitch is taken for strike 1 to Aaron Booth. Booth is 0 for 3 so far. Struck out, popped out, and flew out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Booth showing bunt, pulls it back, takes it for ball 1. The third baseman was starting to come in from DeVries. The shortstop and Hott was able to make his way over to third base to make sure Rasky didn't take off for third. Otherwise, third baseman unoccupied. And an easy steal for McGuire Rasky. Here's from the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Booth showing bunt again. Pulls it back. And it's now 2-1. Aaron Booth was a guy that was coming in, hitting the ball really well. And, of course, 0 for 3 day doesn't mean anything, but was hitting 375 coming in. A guy that really didn't have a whole lot of at-bats prior to this season. 2-1 pitch, misses inside. They're going to try and backpick Rasky at second, but he's able to dive back in safely at second. Good throw there from Tyson Lean, the second baseman Fitzer. So the count is now 3-1 here to Aaron Booth. Booth looks like he's having a conversation with the umpire. That's very much like Aaron Booth. The 3-1 pitch will come in. There's a strike. And it's now 3-2 as he pulled it back. So now will be a hitting situation for Booth. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 3-2 pitch. And Booth strikes out swinging. And there's now one down here in the top of the 6th, and that will bring up Bennett Dean. Dean is 1 for 3. He singled, flew out to right field, and reached on an air, all opening up the innings in the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. But now he's got at least one guy in scoring position to start this at-bat. First pitch to Dean. He'll foul it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. And Dean with those 2 doubles last Saturday, or this past Saturday, up until the inside the park home run from Spencer Lettler. That was the only extra base hits that the Govs have had since the weekend in Rapid City. Count is now 1-1 as that one missed low and inside. Rogers came in with 2 outs in the 5th inning. There's a swing and a miss. And it's now 1-2. Looking to keep that 7th spot on the scoreboard for the Governors. They lead by 2 here in the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Rasky didn't get the good jump, so he stays put, and the count is now 2-2. Rasky will lead away from second. Gordon is on at first. Huge hole on the left side. 2-2 pitch, and Dean will pop it up into right center field. The center fielder sliding to make the grab. Rasky will tag and head for third, and he will make it to third base. But a good sliding catch from Sammons out in center field, and coming into right center field to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here at the top of the 6th, and that saves at least 1 run for now. And that'll bring up Jaden Wiebe. If Sammons does not come in and make that catch, Rasky, and if he slides and doesn't make the catch, Rasky will probably end up scoring, or at least be bases loaded with 1 out. Instead, now a ground ball will get you out of the inning. Don't have to worry about that runner over at third base. First pitch, and Wiebe will chop it foul at the plate. It's 0-1. Sutton coming back out again. Had the snow to start the before the game started. It subsided before the game actually got underway, and then came back around again. Sun was actually out while the snow was falling. Ball is in the dirt. Gordon will take second. And now it's runners at second and third here with a 1-1 count and 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. So this turns into a big at-bat for both teams. Can make it a 4-run lead with a base hit or keep it a 2-run lead. And for the Huron Tigers, it's now a 2-1 count to Jaden Wiebe. On deck, Spencer Lettler. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one will come in and hit Wiebe on the leg, and his bases are now loaded. With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th to bring up Spencer Lettler, who had an inside the park home run his last trip to the plate. Shot it out in the left center field gap. As I made the comment of throw the fastball for Hernandez, trying until he was able to turn on it. Well, he hit it in the left center field for an inside the park home run. First pitch, he swings at a pitch above the letters and right around above the eyes even. And the count is 0-1. So Rasky is on at third, Gordon is on at second, and Wiebe is at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a chopper on the left side. It'll be fielded by DeVries. A tough play. A throw is not in time, and Lettler will beat it out with the infield single in the RBI. And it's now an 8-5 lead for the Governors. They have scored 8 straight runs now. Excuse me, that is Stephen DeGeest at third base. And the infield single brings in McGuire Rasky, and now here is Matt Hansen as the first pitch misses for ball 1. So DeGeest is on at third base, or is the third baseman. He'll lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Hansen swings and misses, and it's 1-1. So still a lot of room out in left center field, as Matt Hansen will wait on the 1-1 pitch from Rogers. He'll ground that one to the left side, fielded by the shortstop, and hot. The throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 6th. But another run crosses the plate here for the Pierre Governors. 1 run on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pierre has an 8-5 lead over Huron. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we're back here at the bottom of the sixth inning, we have a new pitcher here for the Pierre Governors. Jaden Wiebe is on the mound for the Govs as Matt Hansen will move over to second base. So that'll be the only changes that we have. Stephen DeGeese will be the leadoff man for the Huron Tigers. As for Jaden Wiebe coming in for the Governors, this will be his first appearance of the season. Has not thrown quite yet for this Pierre Governor team, but after Matt Hansen threw a gem through the last 4 innings, getting nothing but zeros on the scoreboard, and really came in and struggled in that first. In the bottom of the first inning was tough to finish that bottom of the first inning out, but pitched really well, and then got 4 zeros, allowing just one guy to reach base in his last 13 batters that he faced, and that's a huge, great job there by Matt Hansen to keep the Govs with that just 5 runs for the Huron Tigers, as Stephen DeGeest will lead things off here for Huron. The first pitch from Jaden Wiebe. That one's outside for ball 1. So DeGeest, his first at-bats of the game after coming in as a defensive replacement. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back, and it's now 1-1. DeGeest is .235 batting average coming in. .409 on-base percentage. He's had 2 triples and a double in the 4 hits that he's had. So when he hits the ball hard. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled back off the mask of the umpire. And it's now 1-2 count. Govs trailed 5-0 in the bottom of the first, scored 4 in the top of the second. As that one will get to the backstop, it was just a bit outside, now 2-2. Scored 4 in the second, 2 in the fourth, a run in the fifth and the sixth to lead the Huron Tigers 8-5. Here's the 2-2. Outside, now 3-2. Is DeGeest, Kranzler, and Peyton Grace. 5, 6, and 7. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Wiebe will get a strikeout in his first matchup of a hitter in his high school career.
Number 6, Max Kranzler.
And he'll bring up Max Kranzler with 1 down. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. All first for Jaden Wiebe here on the mound for the Pierre Governors. Here's the first pitch to Kranzler. Upstairs for ball 1. Wiebe in his first season here with the Pierre Governors. And that's the tough thing about having the 2020 season be canceled. Some of these sophomores, as that one's on the outside edge. The chagrin of the Huron Tiger faithful, but it is a 1-1 count. We have some of these sophomores that potentially could have at least got some kind of experience last year with this Pierre Governor team, as that one's flown out to center field. Rasky will take a few steps back and make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Peyton Grace.
Number 7, Peyton Grace.
Grace is 0 for 1. He walked, and then he also flew out to Rasky in center field. And you get guys like Deegan Huska behind the plate, Lincoln Keenholz at shortstop. Those guys would have been guys that would have been able to play a little bit in that season last year. There's a ground ball, backhand flip by Matt Hansen at second base, and that retires his side. A 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Wiebe on the mound. And after 6 innings, the Govs still have a 8-5 lead over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Ah, this is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscape backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
As we welcome you back here to Huron as we get set for the top of the 7th inning. And boy, would that be nice to hear all those birds chirping again from that Dakota Sprinkler commercial. Love the sound of spring and summer, but we don't feel like we're in springtime quite yet. Pierre Governors will have 9-1-2. As for the Govs, leading things off will be Gary Nedved. He will hit in place of Brecken Kruger. And then it'll be back to Lincoln Keenels and then McGuire Rasky. If anybody gets on base, it'll be Andy Gordon. So Nedved will be the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th. As he will hit in place of Brecken Kruger. Nedved still looking for that first hit. There's a ground ball to the right side. It goes off the glove of the second baseman. He'll turn and throw. Is it going to be in time? It's not in time. And Nedved will reach base to open up the top of the 7th inning. And most likely be a leadoff error charge to the second baseman Fitzer. And that'll bring up Lincoln Keenels. And would be safe to say the first 3-4 guys in the batting order here will not have a pinch hitter for them. As the first pitch by Keenels is chopped foul down the left field side. And it's 0-1. Keenels here in this game 0 for 3. He walked and also reached on an error the 2 times he's been on base. Popped out of the first baseman, also grounded back to the pitcher. And his 3 at-bats, 3 official at-bats, 4 plate appearances here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. The throw back to first. That goes off the glove of the first baseman, but Nedved was diving back in, and it didn't get far enough away for Nedved to take second. So the count is now 1-1. Keenels, McRasky, and then Gordon. Rogers looking to keep this an 8-5 game going into the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch is missed outside, now 2-1. Nedved leads away from first from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Rogers to Keenels. That one will get to the backstop, and taking second base will be Nedved. With a looking like it was going to be a hard turn, but instead Nedved will ease up at second base, and he is in scoring position with a 3-1 count to Lincoln Keenels, who leads the team in extra base hits. Had himself a fantastic first weekend. And 5 triples in that first weekend. 7 extra base hits in total for Lincoln Keenels. Here's the 3-1 outside. And it's a walk issued to Lincoln Keenels, and the now first and second for McGuire Rasky. Rasky's been on base all 4 times so far, 3 singles and also a walk. Nedved leads away from second. Keenels away from first. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Andy Gordon is on deck. See if maybe Aaron Booth will hit again as the DH, or if we'll see anybody pinch hit for him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is on the inside edge. Rasky kind of turned like he was about to be hit by the pitch, but it found its way across the black, and it's now 1-1. Rogers will come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will miss low and inside, and it's now 2-1. Rasky looking for his 4th hit of the ball game. 2-1 pitch. Oh, just a bit outside, and it's now 3-1. So a good hitter's count here for Rasky to either get on base for the 5th time in the game or find a way to get his 4th hit of the game. 3-1 pitch. Rasky will get one over the first baseman. Good play there by Grace to nab it over at first and will step on the bag. Everybody moves up 90 feet, but Rasky for the first time here this evening has been retired. And there's now one down with runners at 2nd and 3rd for Andy Gordon. Gordon drew a walk in his last plate appearance. Still looking for that first hit. He's 0 for 2. First pitch from Rogers to Gordon. There's a ground ball. That will get a run home. The throw from the shortstop, and Hotz is in time. So Gordon will pick up the RBI on the ground out to make it now 9-5. There are now 2 away. And they'll bring up Aaron Booth. So the last 3 RBIs for Andy Gordon has been from a fielder's choice and a ground out. Again, keeps it, but productive at-bats to get another run home. A 4-run cushion going to the bottom of the 7th. At least a 4-run cushion going to the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Aaron Booth, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. They pop out and a fly out. 1-0 pitch. Hits that one foul down the third base line. And it's now a 1-1 count. On deck is Bennett Dean. He is 1 for 3 so far. He's going to be 1 for 4 so far. And then it'll be back to the pitcher, Jaden Wiebe. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one is right there, right down the middle, and it's now 1-2 to Booth. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him throw on Friday again against Brookings. That's a big doubleheader. Brookings has jumped out to a pretty good start on the year. 1-2 pitch upcoming. And Booth will swing and miss and go down on strikes, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 7th. But the Govs get another insurance run on the RBI ground out from Andy Gordon. We have played 6.5, and the Govs have a 9-5 lead. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
ATVs provide wonderful outdoor recreation, but they can also rapidly spread noxious weeds. An ATV can pick up noxious weeds in one area and spread them to the next area in which it is used. When you finish your ride, make sure your ATV is free of weeds and weed seeds. Cleaning your machine is important in stopping the spread of noxious weeds like leafy spurge. To find out how you can help prevent the spread of noxious weeds, call the South Dakota Department of Agriculture or your local county weed and pest supervisor.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 7th inning in Huron, as it is a 9-5 lead, as we'll have Colin Bergman out in left field in place of Spencer Lettler, and Elliot Life will be in right field to replace what was Gary Nedved, who came in to hit, and it is now Elliot Life out in right field. And those are the 2 changes that we've had defensively for the Pierre Governors, who are trying to close this one out in game number 1 of this doubleheader. The Govs, who once trailed 5-0 in this game, have now come back to lead at 9-5. Scored the last 9 runs to lead at 9-5. 8-9-1. Hayden Kane, Darren Sammons, and Colby Hott be the first 3 hitters here for the Huron Tigers. It was not the start that the Pierre Governors were hoping for in that bottom of the first inning. Going down 5-0 early on, and didn't feel like you're out of it, but boy, it just didn't Didn't feel like a Pierre Governor start that you definitely were not hoping. You were not hoping for that kind of a start, as the first pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. But the Govs bounced back. They scored 4 runs in the top of the second inning to get right back within 1, and they've added 2 runs in the 4th and a run in the 5th, 6th, and 7th to get that 4-run lead. Here's a ground ball to the left side. It'll be fielded by Knowles at short. Tough throw, and that one is right on the money to Bennett Dean. And the leadoff man is retired to open up the bottom of the 7th.
Number 19, Jaron Sammons.
So I'll bring up Jaron Sammons, who is 0 for 2. Since that first inning, Huron has had 1 base runner. It was a walk in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 outs. He was stranded at second base. That was Max Kranzler. Everybody else has gone down in order since that end of the bottom of the 1st. That was all 9 guys that came to plate. First pitch, it misses outside to Sammons. So credit to Matt Hansen for having himself a really good outing, and Jaden Wiebe trying to get a 6-out save with an extra run. That one's grounded left side, fielded by Knowles again. On the run, the throw is on the money again, and there's 2 quickly gone. Knowles made a couple of those plays here with the 8 and 9 hitters. And then bring up Colby Hotz.
Number 2, Colby Hott.
Kane and Sammons, the last time they came to the plate, both grounded out to Knowles. And they did it again here in the bottom of the 7th. So now the Govs are an out away from picking up their first win of this doubleheader. Or the first win of the doubleheader. As the first pitch will miss low for ball 1. Wait to see who game 2 starter might be here for the Govs. We'll see if maybe Lincoln Knowles will come into close or if maybe he'll get the start. That one is out to left field. Pregame will go back. He'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th inning, and the Govs will take game 1 here with a 9-5 win. The Govs were down 5-0 in the bottom of the 1st and scored 9 straight to win it here 9-5 in game number 1. We will step aside for 2 minutes, come back to wrap up game number 1. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They'll answer your questions, and they'll even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy is the pharmacy you know and trust. That number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at ComtechPlus.com.
As we are back here at Clock Field in Huron, the Govs win 9-5 in game number 1. John Winkler and joining me here for a quick conclusion of game number 1 is Greg Dean. Greg, it's good to talk to you, although I can't see you right now. But the press box is a little bit small, so that's why Greg isn't joining me here for the broadcast. It would be almost impossible, I guess, unless you want to stand out there and do the game which would be really cold for you. But overall, the Govs, that first inning got away from them, down 5-0, but to be able to battle battle back, and again, that tells you a lot about a team down 5-0, but they didn't roll over and let Huron win this game.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit in that first game down in Mitchell 2 weeks ago. Again, same kind of scenario. Govs got down early, and they never got rattled, and they just kind of plugged away, and at least here with this game against Huron, they were able to come back with a 4 spot right away in the top of the second, and I think that took a lot of the pressure off. I mean, and then give a lot of credit to the Governor relievers, especially Matt Hansen coming in and really shutting down the Tiger offense. And he threw 4 innings of no hit ball, only walked 1, 4 strikeouts, and then Jaden Wiebe came in and closed the door with the last 2 innings. So good job by the Governor relievers tonight.
Yeah, and after that first inning, they allowed just 1 base runner the entire way. 1 walk was the only thing that Huron had after that bottom of the first. And again, you kind of mentioned it in the first inning and going into the second inning was the walks and free passes that the Governor pitching staff has given up has been what's hurt them in their losses, and would have hurt them if that would have continued in this game, but it did not, and they had just 1 free pass the rest of the way. And we are smart guys, but not that smart. But we know that if you don't walk a whole lot of guys, that will lead to more success. Well, that was proven here in this win for the Governors.
Yeah, and again, just 5 walks on the day, and that's typically not a bad outing over 7 innings at this level, but only 1 walk after the first inning, and that's where, like you said, John, things really began to come together, and so just a good outing, and had some good offensive performances. 3 hits from McGuire Rasky, 3 hits for Spencer Lettler, a couple of RBIs for Lettler, and again, the Groves were able to pick up 7 walks out of the Tiger pitching staff today, including going against Johnny Hernandez, who probably is their number 1 pitcher. So overall, once you got past that top of the first inning, I mean, this was a good outing for the Govs. And again, we talked about the fact that when we were down in Mitchell, I mean, sometimes as a coaching staff, you like to see your club face a little adversity and see how they respond. And again, today they did exactly that. They faced a fair amount of adversity, digging themselves out of a 5-0 hole, and came back and won this game 9-5.
Yeah, and that's a huge win, because I mentioned it with the PowerPoints and everything. If you don't pick up a win, and you're really coming in here looking for a doubleheader sweep, because a loss against Huron, because of where they sit with their PowerPoints and their record so far, that a loss will be detrimental to you not staying in the top 4, and they'll stay in the top 3 if they get a doubleheader sweep. And so far they're 1 for 1 in that opportunity.
Yeah, and again, every game is important, and when we talk about the PowerPoints, they only count against Class A South Dakota teams. So you look at some of the records from some of the other clubs that are playing right now, and they have some pretty inflated or maybe deflated records depending upon who they played. I know, for example, Brandon went down to Kansas back in March. Lost all 5 games. Some of those Sioux Falls teams have played the border battle last weekend against the North Dakota teams down in Sioux Falls, and some of them went 4-0. And so if you look at the overall records, they may be a little bit deceiving, but then when you translate that into the PowerPoints against just the South Dakota Class A teams, then you kind of get more of a more realistic picture of where everybody sits. And so the Govs right now sitting 7-2 on the year, I think are in a really good spot right now, and if they can come back, finish off this sweep in the second game today, and then go on and play and have a good performance on Friday in the home opener against Brookings, they really set themselves up well for a lot of success down the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and the Govs are going to be looking for that doubleheader sweep here against the Huron Tigers in game number 2. Maybe one quick mention here before we kind of step aside for a little bit to kind of wrap up or to get ready for game number 2. The shadows are starting to creep in a little bit. It's going to make the pitchers a little bit better, because those shadows are going to go across, and it might be double shadows that go across from the mound, and maybe even triple shadows from the mound to home plate. So that will make things a little bit difficult early on in game number 2.
Yeah, and again, the clouds are going to be a little bit of an issue. I mean, the way that the sun has peeked in and out all day today, from in and out behind the clouds. You may be sunny 1 minute and cloudy and dark 2 minutes after that, and so it will just be, it's the typical South Dakota spring day. I mean, if you don't like the weather, just wait about 10 minutes and you'll get about 4 different seasons today.
And you are exactly right, as it's right now 36 degrees here in Huron, and looks like it might get, by the time we're done, might be around 30 degrees, so it's going to be a cold one tonight to finish out game 2, but the Govs warmed up to the task in game 1. They're looking to stay warm and stay hot in game number 2. 7 hits for Pierre, which is since their first weekend has been their season high. They have not had the 7-hit performance since that first weekend, so the bats are starting to get there a little bit more for the Govs.
Yeah, and again, it's just a matter of hitting can be a contagious thing, and we saw it when the Govs suffered back-to-back shutouts in that second game against Mitchell, and then the first game against Harrisburg, and everybody kind of went cold all at the same time, and then all it took was basically one good inning, basically that second inning down at Harrisburg the other day, and just kind of got everybody going, and you kind of got a little momentum, a little confidence, and that's carried over into the first game today.
And the Govs will look for that doubleheader sweep here in game number 2. We'll have that for you here in just a little bit. Greg, I appreciate you braving the cold. Were you sitting in the car the whole game?
No, I was just over here to your left, but I was underneath a sleeping bag, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to drag out a second blanket before the night's over.
Well, continue to stay warm, and I do appreciate you coming over here and talking with me here in between games 1 and game 2, because I can hear in your voice that it's a little cold out there.
Yeah, when the sun was out earlier and the wind wasn't blowing, it wasn't too bad, but the wind has picked up, and at least where I'm standing right now, this is not a spot I would enjoy if I were calling the game with you tonight.
That sounds like a South Dakota type phrasing. When the sun was out and the wind wasn't so bad, it was pretty good. But it was only 37 degrees outside.
You're beginning to sound like a native right now.
I'm getting used to the South Dakota weather. Although I do like it in this press box a little bit more because it's shielding everything away from me. So I will continue to enjoy it in here. You continue to enjoy being under some warm blankets and sleeping bags here tonight.
I will do that.
That is Greg Dean. Greg, I appreciate the time as we will step aside for a couple minutes. Come back with we'll have Zach's news coming up after this, and we'll be back with first pitch here shortly. Get you set for